Wait for it.
Hi, Amanda. It says we're live on my screen.
Okay, we're live. Thank you. All right, so we are live on Facebook. Denise Mccormick, woohoo! From the McCormick Mindset Method and the Educator's Edge. You are a recent graduate of Speak Your Way to Success with the Moxley Method, and I wanted to have you on here to, first of all, introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and then we'll get into the interview. So go ahead.
Well, thank you for asking me to be here today, Amanda. I just so enjoyed working with you. My name is Denise McCormick, and I'm from Mount Pleasant, Iowa. And I decided to have a call with Amanda because I was a lifelong educator. I spent 26 years in education, and I taught almost all the elementary grades. And then when I got my master's degree, I went on to teach teachers to be teachers and taught undergraduate and graduate courses. And when I was 57, they were compromising some principles that I had for teaching at that point. And so I made the decision that I was going to redirect to entrepreneurship because I wanted to figure out, didn't know how it was going to happen. I just knew why I wanted it to happen. I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see in education. And I did not get any help in self-care or personal growth when I was a teacher. And here I had 25 students every day, all day, the social, emotional, their academic. I had all those things I was supposed to do, but I had nothing supporting me in those areas, in mind, body, and spirit. So I thought, okay, so I'll just go on this journey. And the reason I contacted Amanda is when COVID hit, I was planning on doing everything live because that was my comfort zone. Well, I was going to be able to do that anymore. So how was I going to speak online when I never done it?
Yeah.
So one of the reasons that I started working with Amanda is because I had seen her videos and how naturally and easily she knew how to do that. I said, okay, so how did you get to be a state awarded teacher? You took classes from the best people, the people that you saw were doing what you wanted to be doing, and Amanda was doing what I wanted to be doing. So I contacted her and just realized that I could pivot if I had somebody as my mentor guiding me, being my guide on the side. And so that's what I've done in being a coach and a certified Canfield trainer. And the moment that I was working with Amanda, I was also taking a virtual boot camp. But working with Amanda a few weeks before I started that course gave me so much more confidence to be able to tell my story, working on my signature stories, because I put my signature stories then into the success principles that I was teaching and made them mine. And that made it so much more powerful for me than just reading somebody else's story, which I could have done. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to challenge myself to put my story in it so I could connect with people online.
And you had so a story that you had never even shared before, right?
Mm-hmm. I did. And I shared that. I shared it on a page I've created called The Educator's Edge, a personal page that we have 171 people on in the first month. Wow. So I see that there's a need out there. Awesome. And I shared that story and I did it in a Facebook Live with no notes. I learned how to do that working with Amanda. So I'm really, really grateful that that I made that call and talked to her and found out. She said, well, where will you be in 6 months if you don't do what you're telling me you want to do? And I went, oh, I got to take this course in a couple of weeks. And I don't know why I had some limiting beliefs around being able to do it. Because, I connected with people one-on-one when they're standing right in front of me. How am I going to do that? And so I learned a lot. Yeah.
So big. And that story was something that you had never even shared. I mean, I think you would never shared that story. And so you shared it with me, and that helped. I love that. So you opened up your heart to share it and be vulnerable. And then you were willing to share it in front of this huge group, and they loved it. And hello, your book that was endorsed by Jack Canfield, that was for children. Do you want to tell us about that as well?
Well, I think everybody, particularly now during this pandemic, is dealing with the chatter in their mind. Okay. It's called Never Mind the Monkey Mind. Mm-hmm. And I thought, if adults struggle with this, then how can I bring what I've learned? Because I've read hundreds of books in the last 7 years that all deal with mindset. And I did my master's degree around the brain research and the multiple intelligence. I thought, I can bring all the things that I've learned into a way to help children learn about this as they go through the grades. And maybe they won't have the struggles that some adults even have with, just a way to harness those negative thoughts and turn them into, from the low energy they give students to not wanting to do anything, to high energy with a growth mindset. Mm-hmm. So there's really, really fun activities at the end. I end it with a song. I'm a singer and a songwriter. And I thought, how did I use it in my classroom? I taught every subject with music. Wow. So I thought, okay, so I'll write a song that is positive affirmations that they can sing. And then there's a page after that where they get to choose all the different affirmations they might want to put in that describe what they want to focus on. Mm-hmm. And then there is a questions that the caregivers can ask. And then there are a page with a monkey and the little boy in the story. And it says, what color is your monkey mind? And they can choose their own color. Mine is turquoise. So in the book. And then there'll be an educator's guide, which I hope will really help adults too, to kind of go on this journey. Like I said, I'm a K-12 reading specialist, and I never knew about all these books that could really help me with mindset. And then I could in turn help students with mindset. So I'm just really thrilled that I'm now teaching again and educating people. It's a dream. I always wanted to write my own book. So
inspiring. So you have your book, you're also a co-author, you have your talk, you have your story, you did some rebranding and amazing photos. And then you started your Facebook group as well. You've really done a lot. What are you most proud of?
Pardon?
What are you most proud of creating and accomplishing?
That I'm supporting educators now. Yeah. That I'm actually doing things and getting feedback that it's really, really helpful information that I'm drawing from. I'm drawing from everything I've learned in this past 7 years since I've left the classroom. And the fact that I also am writing another story. I'm a featured author in my publisher's next book, Women Who Shine, because I am talking about mindset. And I want an international audience to find out where they can get resources to help their children and themselves with mindset. And then my programs will come off of that. Mm-hmm. After the Educator's Edge, the Educator's Advantage will be my page that I'm ready to start with my programs on it. So and you started all of that. I just looked at you and I said, okay, she's been on a journey. How many years have you been doing this?
15.
Okay. So, when I was a beginning teacher, I just had to learn a lot. So I just told myself, you got a master's degree in education. Now you're going to get a master's degree in personal growth and mindset. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've been doing.
It's so inspiring. So cool. So do you have a free gift, or how can anyone who's watching who might be a teacher or
I've actually got 2 free gifts.
Woo!
If you go to my website, www.denisemccormick.com. I have on the top, it says free download.
Okay.
If you go to that, you can get my morning on purpose routine that I've used every day. Actually, I started using this when I went back to school. In my first story with my publisher, I wrote about surviving the farm crisis and going back to school. I got up at 4 a.m. to be able to do that.
Wow.
And now I get up at 4:30 to 5, but I still get up early.
Yeah.
Because I love that early morning time. And if you read any research, successful people get up before everyone else does.
Exactly.
I have half a day's work done when most people are getting up.
Yep.
But that just makes my day just go off the charts.
Yep.
Because I feel such high energy because I've accomplished those things. So you can get this, and it just tells you, a little bit about that. And then it has my schedule in there of what I do.
Okay.
And then
what a great
same page. Yeah. And then on that same page, you can book a clarity call with me if you want to find out about what I do in my coaching.
That is so great. I love this. And that you're walking, talking, living it too. You're getting up. What time do you go to bed? If you wake up at 4:30-ish, what time do you go to bed?
I try to go 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
But sometimes if I can't go to sleep right away, I listen to a meditation on my phone. And that usually puts me out, or I read.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. I mean, by 4:30, if you wake up at 4:30, by 9 o'clock, you're done. I mean, I'm the same way.
Yeah, you're kind of ready.
Yeah. Winding down. Well, so inspiring. So what would you tell people who are thinking about getting together their story and their talk and getting visible with their story and putting it together into a program and working with me? What would you suggest?
They could also give me a call, because on my website, there's a way you can get a call with me. I'm also an author ambassador for my publisher, Kate Butler. If you want to know what my publisher does, you go to Kate Butler Books. .com. You can find out. But I've helped support 7 women to tell their story.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that is allowing me to keep doing my stories and publishing them. So it's a win-win that I'm doing that. And that's what I love. Empowered women empower women. I mean, that's what we do. We just want everybody to lift everybody up and everybody to shine, because that's what we all need to do in this world. We need to be kind to each other, and we need to help each other succeed. And that's why I love teaching. And so this is bringing me back to that feeling, and I'm really grateful for that.
It's so great. Well, congratulations on everything you have created and done. And I want everyone to get your book as soon as it comes out. So let us know when your book comes out. Never mind the monkey mind children and adults, the children inside of us. So congratulations. You guys can follow Denise at denisemccormick.com.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay, cool.
I will be blogging about the book on there too eventually. As soon as I have my first draft in hand, I'll start with that. And that's one thing I do on the Educator's Edge, as I take people through the author journey so that they can see what, because I always wondered what authors had to do. So it's just a way to kind of follow that too. So I put some few things on like that. But thank you, Amanda. You started me on this journey. You helped me pivot to online, which, we could be online for a while yet. Yeah. So true. And I can reach more people this way too. So that's good.
All over. It's so good. You are so welcome, and I'm grateful for you. And if you guys are interested in hearing my talk, which is called How to Be a Standout Speaker and Attract 3 to 5 Clients with Every Talk You Deliver, I will put the link in here, but that walks you through how to do that. And that's what Denise watched and how she saw what was possible with the Moxley method. So I'll send that to you.
Here's what I have. I have a notebook full of resources from Amanda.
That's huge. Let's see how thick that is. That is massive.
It's thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that is all the work you did.
My go-to. It's my go-to for my girl. So
I love that. That is I love how it's all printed out. That's pretty huge. Exactly. And then I'm also the author of a book called 6-Figure Speaker, and I will put the link in here for that as well. And that book is a quick read, and it'll get you the momentum to get going today. So Well,
Thanks,
congrats,
Amanda.
Denise. You're so welcome. Thanks for being here with me, and have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.